SGC here, and we're back for a movie review.
So, how do you want to do this?
We'll need to search the whole house to find the safe. To do so, we're gonna have to play the game.
Braid. So this is directed and written by Mitzi Peirone. It's her debut film, so it's pretty cool. And it's a 2018 psychological horror film, and it stars Madeline Brewer, Imogen Waterhouse, and Sarah Hay. And as of filming, Rotten Tomatoes is giving it 89%. That's cool. So what's it about? Well, basically it's about three childhood friends who has a make-believe world, and they did it as children, created this world, and then skip to the future or present. We have two of the girls still friends, but they're like hustlers and just they cheat people. They live as drug dealers, and because they're lacking in money, they go back and find his last friend, and then they're like, we gotta steal her money, but we gotta play that game to get to that vault or safe. And so they have to revisit this childhood fantasy world of theirs, and that's basically the entire film. So what did I think? Well, this was shot really well. I really enjoyed the psychological and the psychedelicness of it. There's drugs and there's a trippiness happening throughout the film, and I really enjoy the shots, and the sound is really great. I think just on that deserves a watch. We have the three leads. I would say it's pretty great acting in terms of just the delivery of these drug dealers trying to cheat their friend. So props for the acting and the directing in terms of directing the actors. Now, in terms of world building or setting, it's sort of weaker. We have this cop who's part of the story, but he feels rather awkward, and whatever he's around, it feels much more like an indie film than it is. Whereas the three of them just feels like a crazy trip, and it's intense. The violence when it happens is so sudden, and it's just whoa, tone it down. I mean, I would say it's tone it down like the Raid, but it's just it's so jarring different from when there's no violence. When the violence happens, boom, it's whoa, that's whoa. And I am weak and quiver when razor blades are around, so that's always making me cringe. I just don't know why. I always feel so yeah, what is there to say? Good cinematography, good acting, good directing, good sound. Narrative could be improved in terms of the real world stuff, but the fantasy world, that was a good thing. And then the whole narrative of explaining their childhood relationship was also, I think, cut well, and flashback was done really well in terms of pacing. So I mean, yeah, it's there. It's an indie thing, but it doesn't feel indie sometimes, so I appreciate that in terms of the quality. And the acting is good. I said that already. And I think there's a story bit of it, and there's a twist. It's more like a psychological thing, and it's whoa, did you see that coming? But it's at the end of the day, it's not that whoa, you have to see this because of the twist, but rather just, I think the performance stands for itself. And as a debut film, whew, that's really great. So definitely look out for what she's gonna do, what she's gonna write. Is she gonna shoehorn herself into horror indie or what? I don't know. I definitely will check out whatever she's gonna work on. And yeah, overall acting. Well, I mean, so improvement wise, I think the cop sequences are kind of weak, and they sort of trip up the pace a little bit. But I feel that's what they're there for, anyways. It's just be pulling you back as you immerse yourself in this fantasy world as the three of them get deeper and deeper and just playing along. It's nope, this is actually a fake world. We have a real world here. That type of thing. So I think it's done do that well. But I feel like I wish there was more like psychedelic stuff and definitely, yeah. So overall, I enjoyed it. I mean, it definitely helps that, you know, going into this film knowing that it's 89%, you're just like, hey, a lot of people liked it, so maybe I should like it too. And you're more forgiving. I don't know, but I wasn't really forgiving. I didn't really forgive much here. It's just like, yep, it was a good attempt, good execution. What else do you want? So yeah, check it out. I'm glad I found this, and yeah, definitely worth your while. I mean, granted, the sexuality and the violence, the sex is kind of like also kind of doesn't fit, but I feel like that's why it's there, to make you feel uncomfortable, and also the violence and just the whole fantasy world also is like, whoa, it's creepy, weird. And it does, I don't know, I think I said it already, but it does feel like indie, but it drops in and out of the vibe, which is kind of like, oh, okay. But anyways, that's it. I'm done here. So keep liking, keep watching, and subscribe, and share, because sharing is caring. And that's it for this movie review of Braid.